Just weeks after he said he will step back from politics to focus on his businesses, Elon Musk is back in the fray, again publicly bashing this Republican mega bill.
This is what I think happened. When Elon dropped out of Stanford after 2 weeks, he became an undocumented immigrant. He was no longer on a student visa. Nobody particularly sponsored him because he started his own business. Probably Elon Musk was undocumented in the U.S. for months and months. Probably.
Hey, family. Welcome back to the channel, the space where we dive into the juiciest and most unexpected twists in American politics and beyond. Before we get into today's mind-blowing update, make sure to hit that subscribe button, turn on your notifications, and smash that like button so you never miss when we drop the hottest takes. Big shout out to all our loyal subscribers and a warm welcome to the new faces joining us today. We also want to give credit to all the independent journalists, content creators, and brave voices online who keep digging and sharing the truth, even when it's uncomfortable. Your work is the backbone of conversations like this one. Today, we have a wild story for you, the clash of the titans, Donald Trump versus Elon Musk. Yeah, you heard that right. The former president and the tech billionaire are going at it like two heavyweight champs in the middle of the ring. And trust me, this is one fight you don't want to miss.
Elon Musk is ripping into this bill again. Are you concerned that Republicans are going to be swayed by Musk and his money?
No, I don't think so. I think what's going to happen is Doge is going to look at Musk. And if Doge looks at Musk, we're going to save a fortune. Thank you very much, everybody. I don't think you should be playing that game with me.
Mr. President, July 9th guideline.
Donald Trump says he might take a look at the possibility of deporting Elon Musk. What makes it cinematic is that they used to be friends. Elon was once in Trump's advisory council. They shared stage time, smiles, and a few billion-dollar conversations as well. But now Trump is raising questions about Elon's immigration story, even though Musk is a US citizen and has been for years. And Trump also reminded us that not everyone wants an electric car. This came out from someone who used to support the guy who made the world's most famous electric car. So from besties to maybe not so much, the Trump-Elon plot twist continues.
Trump and Elon are at war again. Trump says he might deport Elon Musk. So Elon Musk attacked the budget bill again. He said it was an abomination and that it was like a Porky Pig bill and that he would campaign against anyone who voted yes on it. So he's threatening giant primaries against Republicans who vote yes on the bill. He's promising to back Thomas Massey's primary when Trump is trying to take him out. And Musk says he might even start a third party to oppose Trump and the Republicans. Wow. So Trump then fights back by saying he's going to cancel all of Elon's subsidies. And Elon does get a lot of subsidies for his companies. And then he says that he might deport Elon. And then he said that Doge might be the monster that comes back and eats Elon. So this is a incredible war between Trump and Musk. Round two. All of it tonight on the Young Turks.
Just weeks after he said he will step back from politics to focus on his businesses, Elon Musk is back in the fray, again publicly bashing this Republican mega bill. In a social media post yesterday, Musk wrote, "It is obvious with the insane spending of this bill, which increases the debt ceiling by a record $5 trillion, that we live in a one-party country, the Porky Pig Party," he writes. Time for a new political party that actually cares about the people. Musk followed up with another post calling for the creation of the America Party if the, quote, insane spending bill passes. Musk then continued his online rant, writing any lawmaker who votes for the mega bill, quote, should hang their head in shame. He threatened to primary those politicians next year, quote, if it is the last thing I do on this earth. President Trump, as you can imagine, responded overnight on social media, writing in part, Elon may get more subsidy than any human being in history by far, and without subsidies, Elon would probably have to close up shop and head back home to South Africa. No more rocket launches, satellites, or electric car production, and our country would save a fortune. Perhaps we should have Doge take a good, hard look at this. Big money to be saved, writes the President of the United States in a post overnight Does this pressure from Elon Musk on members matter at this point, or is their loyalty to Donald Trump more important to them?
I'm kind of surprised by how little it seems to matter at this point, right? Like, he's the world's richest man. He could fund to a huge degree primary challenges or general election campaigns. He also was the Republican Party's biggest donor. And then for a while, he was the most important aide in the White House. And yet in a matter of weeks, he's gone from someone who's just sort of lobbing Twitter criticisms and making threats that people are largely ignoring. So maybe on the margins, like, sure, Tom Matzey will gladly take the help. Maybe there are a few fiscal conservatives who might think, well, I can walk this plank perhaps if Elon's with me. But I think a more effective way, honestly, would be if Elon Musk would just say to, some centrist independents, primary some House moderate, like that would go further. Of course, hanging over all this is what Trump threatened, which is that Elon Musk has huge amounts of business with the federal government that are just hanging out there. I mean, just yesterday, I think SpaceX scored it was announced that SpaceX scored an $81.6 million contract to launch U.S. military weather monitoring balloons. I mean, that's a huge amount of money. And we know that Trump's pretty vindictive. So, we're in a weird place, but I do ultimately think Trumpism is more important to Republicans than Elon's money.
So let's break it down. Elon Musk recently took to social media to criticize what Trump proudly calls his big, beautiful bill. You know Trump. He loves branding everything as big, beautiful, and the best ever. But Elon wasn't impressed. He basically called Trump out, suggesting the bill is more about ego than actual benefits for the American people. Trump, known for never backing down from a fight, fired back in true Trumpian style. He threatened to use Doge against Elon Musk. Yes, he actually mentioned the cryptocurrency Dogecoin, which Musk is famously obsessed with. No one really knows what using Doge means in this context, but it sent the internet into a frenzy of memes and jokes. But Trump didn't stop there. He allegedly threatened to strip Elon of his license to produce electric vehicles. That would be a direct attack on Tesla and all of Musk's EV ventures. He even hinted at the possibility of deporting Elon Musk. Technically, Musk is a U.S. citizen now, but Trump's threat was clearly meant to be intimidating and to rile up his supporters. And speaking of supporters, MAGA Nation is split. While most are backing Trump with chants of America first, some are surprisingly siding with Musk. These Musk supporters argue that Trump is trying to stifle freedom of speech and bully anyone who dares to challenge him. This split among MAGA fans is creating a whole new dynamic online. Some people who once worshipped Trump are now questioning his methods and loyalty to the values they thought he stood for. Meanwhile, Musk stans are using this as proof that he is a free thinker who refuses to be controlled by politics.
Did Donald Trump just threaten Elon Musk? Well, he did tweet yesterday that Elon receives more subsidies than any human in history, and that he's thinking about cutting him off to save the country billions of dollars, saying that if he cuts off Elon's subsidies, it's going to cause him to have no more rocket launches, no more satellites, no more electric car manufacturing, and that it's going to force him to move back to South Africa. It sounds like Trump just straight up threatened Elon and to cut off all his government funding. Even threatened to send Doge after him, the department that Elon founded, to help save the country money. Will this actually happen? Trump is coming at Elon with everything he has. I honestly think it's hilarious, and we'll see what happens. Let me know what you guys think.
Elon Musk was born in South Africa. He immigrated to Canada at the age of 17. He joined his mother and was able to immediately obtain Canadian citizenship. In 1992, for his third year in university, he transferred to the University of Pennsylvania, entered the U.S. on a student visa. He graduated University of Pennsylvania and then enrolled in Stanford in 1995 to enter a PhD program. After 2 weeks at Stanford, he quit Stanford and started a company with his brother, Kimball. We don't know anything else about what his immigration status was when he quit Stanford, other than he was on a student visa, and that we also know in 2002 he became a U.S. citizen. So what happened between the 2 weeks he quit Stanford on his student visa and the time he became a U.S. citizen in 2002. We know in 2013, at a Milken Global Business event, he and his brother Kimball were interviewed. And Kimball said at this interview, when he was asked about his first funding for $3 million in the company that he and his brother started in 1995, Kimball said, quote, "When they did fund us, the investors realized that we were illegal aliens." End quote. Elon Musk shot back, "Well, it was a gray area." There is no gray areas in immigration. You're either legal or you're not legal. This is what I think happened. When Elon dropped out of Stanford after 2 weeks, he became an undocumented immigrant. He was no longer on a student visa. Nobody particularly sponsored him because he started his own business. Probably Elon Musk was undocumented in the U.S. for months and months. Probably.
Wow, what a saga. From threatening Doge attacks to talks of deportation, this feud is a wild reminder that in today's America, no one is too big to escape the Twitter fingers or the political wrath of Donald Trump. But what do you think about all this? Is Trump going too far by threatening Musk's businesses and citizenship? Or do you think Musk crossed the line by publicly criticizing Trump's bill? Let me know all your thoughts in the comments below. I read every single one, and I love hearing your perspectives. And once again, massive respect and thanks to all the independent journalists, video creators, and online sleuths who pieced these stories together for us. You're the real MVPs, keeping the public informed and empowered. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if you enjoyed this breakdown. It really helps the channel grow and keeps these important conversations going. Stay tuned, stay woke, and as always, stay safe out there. Until next time, family, peace and love.